Hello everyone, my name is Trittany and I'm the reader here at the Crown and Castle Collective, where we're all kings and queens of our own beautiful kingdom that we call life. We're all rulers of our own kingdom here. Some of our collectives are bigger than others. There are 3 to choose here from today. 1, 2, and 3. All those timestamps are down below in the comments, as they always are. So thank you guys for joining me. This is going to take a look into the messages from the spirits that are around you. So this can be anywhere down here in the earthly planes, all the way up to higher dimensions of just spirits that are, constantly around you and watching you right now anyways. So this is a timeless reading. Can apply to whenever. If you feel like one pile doesn't resonate with you, go with your second choice. Follow your gut. I did do a little bit of protection work on the area, so in case if that is something that spooks you out, of course, as far as talking to other lights, then we do take extra precautions here. I love to work the magic, of course. So also too, here we have a glass of water for those who are visiting us today, and I'm here with my coffee. So we're about to get started here with pile number 1. Also, I will be doing a rune selection at the end of each collective, which I'm still learning runes, so bear with me. Collective number 1, you have the blowfish. I actually made this in middle school. It's actually a whistle. It's pretty cool. That's pile number 1. Collective number 2, you have this really heavy, satisfying, it reminds me of an apple. That's literally why I bought this, but it's a candle holder, okay? So I've been yet to burn a candle in this, just because I really just don't want to get it dirty. It's just so, it's a very, very satisfying to hold weight-wise, and just look at it. Looks like an apple. I like to put stuff in it. Okay, collective number 3. You have an alien sculpture that I actually made. I love to place crystals in the eyes here and in the mouth. If you can guess what my favorite crystals to go in this are, then I would definitely give you a prize. So I made that as well. It's pretty cool. These are a lot of ceramic glass materials. Those are the 3 collectives. I do want to thank you guys for joining me. Of course, check the description box on your way down, and let's get started. Collective number 3. Okay. Collective number 1. I don't know if you can see that. All right. What are some of the messages from the spirits around you? Collective number 1, what are some messages from the spirits around you? All right. Collective number 1, what are the messages from the spirits around you? If you haven't already, go ahead, check the description box. I do personalized readings. All of the pricings and informations on how to get those are in the description box, as well as my links to other platforms. So let's get started. What do the spirits around you have to say? All right, so I'll do a couple of cards at a time. So the first one that did come out is Tanzanite. So this is actually a crystal. I don't know if you want to look up this crystal to have on you to really connect with the spirits that are around you right now. Tanzanite says, ready to love again. You've healed from the past enough to open your heart to new love. So we also have with this compromise. So the spirit around you is already saying that maybe this is something that they're seeing with you, or something that you tend to do is over-compromise yourself in your heart space. I feel like in the past, this spirit has seen you give so much of yourself, or almost be taken advantage of. This spirit is someone or something, a light that can relate to maybe these experiences also that you're going through, and maybe they've face these situations a certain ways, and I feel like they want you to learn from their mistakes as well, or vice versa. So, I mean, this person wants you to learn from your mistakes, the spirit does, because they see that you are so pure and you give so much of yourself that you almost overextend yourself. There's a lot of Libra qualities here with the compromise card. You could be a Libra, the spirit could be a Libra, but you guys are a very good balance as far as, you know, the way... the way that you guys give yourself, you and the spirit, I feel like the spirit tries to really reach out to you a lot to help you to heal and really open up your heart chakra and maybe learn from these experiences. This spirit is really good at healing with you. Maybe you're really good at healing. Hello, here in the magical community. But if you were to work with that magic that you have right now, this spirit that is around you would really pull together with you. And I feel like your two powers together are very equal, and they would really reach new potentials with you that would do some really deep cellular and emotional healing. I feel like that's really strong with this spirit around you. Moving on, you know, and that could be, I don't know. That's there's no specific gender role yet, so let's get going. Definitely some family, someone that you have a past with. And I feel like it's the counterpart. If you feel like you're more of a masculine or a feminine energy in this lifetime, or, you know, at this moment, because, you know, we're on a spectrum day to day, you know, sometimes. So whatever you feel like your energy is primarily right now, masculine or feminine, this counter spirit, I feel like, is almost like whatever you are, they are the opposite. They're the equal balance to the equilibrium. So whatever spot you're on the spectrum, they're the opposite, or like they could be the opposite in past lives or whatever from you. Just opposite genders. Because we have number 15 here, the ancient ones. So this definitely suggests that there is a past, there's a history, there's a story between the two spirits, you and your visitor. So I feel like this person's also been watching you or been with you, beside you for such a long time. And they know, even if they haven't been with you for a long time and you feel like the spirit is someone new who's like kind of stepped forth in your life and in your space, they've known about you for a long time, spiritual, like soul history wise. And in this lifetime, even if they just kind of stepped in, they can already tell that you've just given so much of yourself to someone or something. We also have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Pile number 1. The spirit wants you to stop compromising who you are, your beliefs, your powers. I feel like a lot of you have, you know, magic potential. Some of you might not be quite working on that. Maybe, you know, you have other stuff that's on your plate right now, emotionally, physically, mentally, with everything that's going on right now. It can be so hard to just ground yourself and actually step into this more higher vibrational third eye is what I'm getting, like crown chakra perspective in a world that we live in today. So if you're watching this when it's released, timeless video. So I mean, you guys seem like you're going through some certain situation where you're just kind of got screwed over in the past, but you just keep feeding into the situation, I feel like, and that's only, it's keeping you in place. And if not, it's bringing you down lower vibrationally. I feel like you're just giving away part of yourself because there's definitely something going on with the heart chakra. Maybe some way you want to feel back from your investment, or something that you actually want to see manifest that you've been working on for so long. But you've been working on it for so long, you're not even the same person that you were when you started. You've already grown, you've already changed and healed over certain things. But, you know, if this is a dream and a passion that you've had for years, you know, just make sure you're finding balance with that also. And don't give up, really. Let's kind of get a clarifier here. We have the 8 of Wands. This is the 8 of Fire. It kind of looks like the 8 of Swords, though, if you look at it. And it says Deception on it. So this is meant to kind of encapsulate the energy of the spirit that is around you. And along with this don't dim to fit in, I totally get an 8 of Wands or 8 of Swords energy, if you know what the traditional tarot looks like. So as far as the 8 of Wands, but there's 2 messages coming in now. What I was going off of saying as far as it being like the 8 of Swords, this person, ooh, this spirit, the deception. And I feel like for some of you that are going through the relationships or something where you're over compromising yourself, I feel like Spirit's just giving you a heads up that someone is being deceitful, deception, being deceiving. You could be trying to deceive yourself because, you know, I feel like you're kind of pulling the wool over your own eyes. There just might be something that's really hard for you to face the truth right now. Been there, done that. Not everything is easy to look in the eye, you know, and be honest with yourself about where you've been compromising your energy, where someone hasn't been, you know, someone hasn't been laying down, picking up what you've been laying down. Someone hasn't been picking up what you've been laying down or like giving back to you. Something that you've been investing your energy in over time has changed. Yeah, so just be careful of that. Also, you guys might be, you know, you might not actually feel this energy's presence or this spirit's presence because I feel like this is much more high dimensional. I don't feel like this is anyone that's really in the 3D realm trying to reach out to you. We'll kind of take a look into these and see what's going on. Maybe they manifest in certain ways in your 3D. But I feel like it's definitely someone who's been an ancestor of you with this deception card. We see many, many swords behind them like a council. And we also have number 15 here, the ancient ones. So this is definitely spirit guides and people that have seen you and worked with you over lives, like multiple lives I'm getting here. And I feel like they're really putting you in this challenging situation, this really deep emotional healing of finding balance within yourselves, your relationships, and, you know, your boundaries. That could have been so containing for you, and that container could have kept you together with who you thought you were for these past few years. And that perspectives, my friends, is shattered. Okay, they're trying to shatter the veil for you, if you will, and really help you through some deep healing. So let's keep going. What are their messages for you? We have a really bad glare. I'm sorry, you guys. It's that natural lighting. Okay, let's keep going. Definitely been with you for a long time. Okay. You girl needs some coffee. I'm sorry. It's like rainy out. Allergies. And I need some breakfast still. Okay, the first card that we have is number 15, the Guardian. This card always gives me like a dust closet vibe. Like there's just literally a skeleton in a closet and it's the Guardian. Okay, so this is someone who has been watching you for quite some time. That's been in this council of, you know, spirits, angels, spirit guides, whatever you really connect with. They've been working with you for quite some time. They might not have always made themselves known. It's, again, something that's more, you know, energetic. So I feel like they're in the higher realms and they clearly play of a more council role. So also with that is the Ace of Cups. How beautiful to have your spirit guide show up. So again, this could be family members with you as well. They're not stuck here in the 3D. They have completely graduated. And, you know, this could have been someone that you had a family member with, a connection with, a close friend, lover, anyone that was significant in your life that you have lost. I'm so sorry. But their beautiful energies coming through, that they still want you to know that they're still with you. It's not quite the same, of course, but they still haven't forgotten you. And you definitely haven't forgotten them, and they know that, and they see you move through your life, and they are very, very proud of you. They think that you look absolutely beautiful, the way that you move through your world. If it is very emotionally, if you move through the world with an emotional approach lately, Spirit is proud of you for that. They want you to go through that. They want you to see just how deep waters can flow in this life and just how much you can feel And they say that it feels different. There's something about the physical body receiving emotions, like cellularly vibrates different than in other realms when you're not encased in the body. Okay, so there's a lot of weird multi-dimensional kind of messages going through from your spirit guides, but they're saying, I feel like they really want to connect with you, and they really, really, really want to talk with you and get your attention with your abilities that you have. You guys have so much potential, and your heart chakra has so much. I feel like your third eye, not your third eye, let me get this straight. So there's so much purple here, which is crown chakra. I feel like you guys have a blockage there, or like backed up energy that you could really just implode on and use and work. If you need to dance, create, sit down, meditate, and then manifest, that's going to help so much through that healing process. Like creative healing. Do it. Work with it. So that's what Spirit's saying, really. Also, let's see. There could be someone to... If you are in this compromising relationship as well, there is a sense of lack, or someone that you could have thought that you depended on or you could trust in maybe didn't show up for you in the way that you envisioned, whether that's a person or an idea or a plan. Something just could have, not turned out the way that you intended it quite. Maybe it did show up, but just not fully, or things just didn't go as you planned. And we also have the Seven of Cups and also the Five of Pentacles. So the Seven of Cups talks about having a lot of options. I feel like if you guys were in a real romantic endeavor, because we do have the Ace of Cups, and let's say that situation fell through, you guys have a lot more options than what you think, okay? Do not limit yourself to a whole buffet, okay? Like, you guys need to explore. Spirit wants you to be, safe and confident within yourself, to kind of reach out into other areas of your life that you are not as comfortable with. These could be, facing fears or doing things that were very mundane. I feel like they are very mundane things, but they're just a part of life, and they're a part of moving on and kind of staying busy, and also just making it through the tough times. If you could have a lot to do on your to-do list right now, and Spirit's just trying to help you kind of get through the shitstorm or get through the thick of it, the Five of Pentacles, they do want you to know that things are going to get better. But also, I feel like a lot of you could be stubborn too with this compromise. It's a very big lesson that you're going through right now. So if you feel like you know what the situation is, but it's still something that's so hard for you to break ties with, Spirit wants you to know too that there's a lot of lessons to be learned in this situation, or whatever's in the forefront of your life right now. There's many, many lessons to be learned across all areas of your life. Just, do what you can for today, the Five of Pentacles, and just keep going forward. Keep making forward progress, even if that means that for a day you do nothing. You just kind of have to stand or sit in place and reestablish, recuperate, and recharge yourself. Because you're going through a really long trek right now, or it feels like it's been a long time coming. But what else do we have? There's like another message trying to come through these two. And I feel like this is such a different vibe. Spirit's saying to this spirit, like, that could be around you, saying that you need to go buy something as well. I feel like some of you might have a shopping list, or like several things that you're looking to purchase. Oddly enough, the spirit is saying to like go out and get it. It can help. You guys might need to compromise and spend some cash on yourself. Give yourself a little retreat too with that Ace of Vessels. Really kind of pour into your own cup. Because I feel like you feel like no one's really been showing up for you. Maybe you haven't been showing up for yourself in the best ways either lately. So Spirit's saying really just kind of give back into yourself. And as far as your crown chakra, really open that up. Be honest with yourself. If there's some people being deceitful in your life, or kind of being deceptive, if you're kind of displaying traits like that, you know, take the energy where it applies, then Spirit's saying, you know, really think of where you're coming from. Think of what this can do long term. Also, there's just so much other stuff going on in life right now that you don't have time really for these lower vibrational things. You just have to really, even though it may be hard for you to remove yourself, it's gonna pay off. All right. Well, I hope this resonated with you guys. Pile number 1. If it did, please let me know. If it did, also let me know in the comments, because I love to read those and it gives me just chills. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Oh no, I didn't do a rune. Oh, I'm so sorry, pile number 1. Okay. All right. Hello, collective number 2. This is going to be, what do the spirits around you, what are their messages for you? What do they see and think about you? What kind of messages do they have for you regarding what you're moving through in life right now, what they're seeing? If you haven't already, pile number 2, go ahead, check out the description box if you're interested in any private readings from me or where to find me on other social media. I do the private readings, so all that information's down below. And thank you for everyone who likes, comments, and subscribes. It means so much to me. And if you do subscribe, you can actually vote. This was one of the top voted videos to be posted, so it's almost like you're getting a free reading here. So awesome. We are going to start pile number 2. What is Spirit's message from you, from the spirits that are near and dear to you, whether that's here on the 3D or in higher realms? What is their message? Well, you guys went straight to the boss, I guess. Jeez. Whoa, okay. So, collective number 2. The first card that you have is gold. Divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. And we also have don't stop with an exclamation mark. Wow. Okay, so you guys went straight up to head honcho. If you have any kind of higher divine god or goddess you've been praying and worshiping, they want you to continue. You can get, you know, they can help you a lot throughout your life right now. If you have been praying or asking for anything insignificant or particular, Spirit wants to say keep praying, keep investing that same energy into that idea, that vision, that hope and that dream, or, you know, that prayer of yours, and keep putting that energy towards it. And there's going to be some high energies that are going to be applied to that. Both of those cards are a lot of gold, and I mean gold itself is on the card, but very, very divine energies. I don't know a lot of archangels. I just don't. As you get to know me more as a reader, I think it will become more evident of what areas I tend to go in. We'll continue. Everyone has a God. I believe that we are all a part of God. Amen. But yeah, so the next 2 cards that we have are number 30, Nurture All You Love. And we also have Unbound, Releasing Soul Patterns, Contracts, and Past Lives. So I feel like if you have a head spirit guide, or like if you feel like there's a whole council that watches over you in a hierarchy, this person's really stepping up to the plate to acknowledge how much work you've done. This is like, I feel like it's very, very serious. There's like someone who's really been watching you over lifetimes. Like, and we're talking way, way back. And they've seen how much you've progressed, how much you've evolved and changed. And there's this dragon here that's almost kind of like a spirit water dragon. We also have the moon, but the iridescence gives me just chills. I don't know, I feel like this is like, as a soul, you've evolved like a dragon and a phoenix, almost even. Same concept, if you will. This spirit wants you to don't stop, keep progressing, and they're so proud of how much you've released yourself, this unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Damn, you've done some deep work and some deep growth. You've made a lot of progress, whether that's just in this lifetime or, you know, this is showing up as a span over multiple lifetimes, because you have your head honcho, you know, your head god. I keep calling it head honcho. But if you feel like there's one particular deity or one particular angel that you've had, or spirit guide, counsel, this main source of energy is so proud of how far you guys have came. It's amazing. We'll get one more card here. So we also have, this is supposed to kind of encapsulate the energy of the spirit that is, you know, kind of reaching out to you. Then we have the Five of Swords, or the Five of Air, Paradox. This card keeps showing up for me too in this deck. It's one of my favorite new decks. It's a really trippy card. And so God is almost even, you know, the divine intervention card is something that is quite a paradox. You know, if we think about it, we think we have the answers, but there's really multiple realities, multiple, you know, timelines, multiple lifetimes. So this person showing up over different dimensions, different timelines, different past lives. Okay, this spirit has been with you for quite some time. They're very fluid. Like, I'm getting that they show up in your life in solid ways, which, you know, could be things that are very defined as blessings or things that you're blessed with. You can tell, I feel like you might be really in tune to know when spirit is, like, you know, with you, near you, working with you, and when they're more just like, you know, constantly with you a little bit more loosely. That might be the fluidity of this spirit around you. All right. All right, let's kind of get a couple more cards here before we finish up. What are their messages for you, collective number 2? Some of you could have had like something that you experienced in your childhood that could have made you like stronger, could have made you harder, could have made you you know, experience more harsher situations. We have the Five of Stones, Endurance. We do see a little kid just kind of, you know, balled up in a cave, stoking a fire during lightning. No big deal. But, you know, just really taking care of herself. And she's just kind of like nonchalantly looking over her shoulder like, oh, lightning? Field fires? Who? You know, Smokey Bear? Who? What? But there could have been some, like, really harsh situation that you experienced when you were younger that maybe made you stronger. You handled it really well, I feel like, or maybe, you know, you feel like you didn't handle it very well. That's all right. Spirit's saying that you've came such a long way in your emotional healing in this lifetime, and you have unbound yourself from releasing soul patterns, contracts, past lives, or things that just keep you bound to lower vibrational energies. You really cut your cords with, or you're really good at discerning that kind of energy. So with this Five of Stones, Endurance, that maybe this harshness that you've experienced through your life, even over time you've found balance. You know, if this is things that you've endured in your past lives that, you know, can take lifetimes to heal, maybe you are finally starting to take those corrective steps, those right steps towards balance, towards, you know, balancing masculine and feminine energies, understanding other people's perspectives in situations that you never thought you would have, you know, forgiven, or having a better understanding of how these situations made who you are today, or who you are now as a soul, and who and how you want to see yourself evolve in this lifetime and next. So let's kind of get a little bit more messages. We have the Hanged Man and the Ace of Cups. One moment. All right. The Hanged Man a very spiritual card. Kind of like a really, really deep meditative card. There is a similarity between the stoic frozenness between this Five of Stones endurance and the Hanged Man. There's something about quiet stillness. You guys could be working through a lot of emotional healings within yourself right now, because we also have the Ace of Cups, may your cup runneth over, a lot of self-investment, and Virgo is the Hanged Man as well. There could be some physical ailments that you're going through. That could be with ankles, wrists, any joints, really, because Virgo is, I don't know. I guess that's just the message I'm getting. But yeah, I don't want to really go into that. I'm not a doctor, okay? Okay. So we also had the card of balance, which clearly the Hanged Man does talk about coming to a decision and coming to a realization and epiphany. I feel like there could be something really great coming for you guys. That's like, sorry about that. My camera actually died because I didn't plug my charger in. Like, it's been plugged into the camera, but not the wall. Good to go. Okay, so as I was talking, there's literally I feel like there's a surprise coming for you, and boy did I just get a surprise. So it might seem like at first when it happens, it might be like quite like an oh shit moment, but I feel like if you stay very calm, very balanced, very centered, Spirit's kind of giving you a head up that if you take this challenge with a calm sense of rationality, you actually might end up better off than what you are right now. The Ace of Cups, you could feel rejuvenated, you could feel blessed, you could feel, just in a better mood, you could end up happier in the end, you could end up just more taken care of in a better shape than maybe, where you were in the beginning of the situation. The Five of Stones, oh shit, kind of shrugging it off, being a badass, and just staying really centered through the storm, then you're gonna come out rejuvenated. I feel like things will get better, things will restore themselves, they'll come back. If you're going through a tunnel and you feel like there's not a light at the end of it, don't worry, it will come. Don't worry. You're very, very divinely guided. So again, if there's a prayer that you have going through this situation or going through this hard time, if there's something that's constantly on your mind that you're just wishing nothing but the best for, Spirit's going to help you through that. Don't worry. They will be moving through the situation with you. They're very proud of how strong and how developed you have came over this lifetime. There's a lot of throat chakra energy and third eye chakra energy, emotional blues. So the way that you share your emotions, and I think the way that you empathize with other people, Spirit's really proud of you for how you do that, and maybe the relationship that you've had with your family as well. If you had a rough childhood, if you had a rough last year with your family, those connections, or just last week, Spirit's proud of how you guys have evolved through those challenges and through those emotional relationships that cause, challenges. Spirit's super proud of how emotionally stable and responsible you have been for your energy, and that's really helped other people that were involved in these situations heal through those, as well, because maybe, vice versa, if you were the good guy, they were the bad guy, vice versa. Everyone's kind of healed from the situation and really gone deep and did the inner work, the inner vision and inner healing Virgo energy, because this could have been something that you've carried for quite some time too, and could have caused some kind of physical imbalance. So just be careful of that. Or you could be seeing some of that stuff, as you've worked through these harder, lower vibrational energies over this last year. They've really rooted themselves into our chakras, into our physical bodies. As we get towards the end of the year to let go of that, maybe it's just starting to manifest for you, whatever time you're seeing this video. So, yeah, that's really all I'm getting for you guys. Pile number 2. Since I did forget pile number 1, I'm so sorry. We are going to draw a rune, so please forgive me as I am still learning runes. So we'll try to take a look at what one we get. Wow, okay, so we'll see what's kind of going on with that. I'm reading them kind of intuitively to start, so I don't know what the name of this one is quite yet, but it came out sideways, and it does look like a sand timer, you know, where you stand it up and the sand falls through and then you flip it and then the sand moves through the other way. So I feel like, again, over time, there could be something coming to you. Over time as well, there's 2 triangles that are kind of at a point to each other. So mind, body, spirit balancing through lifetimes, I feel like. And Spirit was talking about just how much you've released yourselves from previous contracts and past lives. So you guys are really, really evolving. And you got a message from like your boss, your head, spirit guide, and angel. Give me one more rune for collective number 2. One fell out. We'll take it. There was definitely some kind of interaction between you and some other person. Weird how we're getting this triangle shape going on here. We went from a full like triangle to triangle. If you know how to read runes, you probably hate me right now. And then we went to this kind of like, there's almost like 2 open ends. As in, like, there wasn't really a completion or an answer to a situation between you and another person. There could have been conflict. There could have been imbalance. And one more. All right. Let me kind of do my own little investigation here and see what's going on. And so this first one is actually Dagas. It's the letter D. Sorry, I wasn't looking at what the camera angle is. I just bought these off of Etsy and I really love them. And the element is fire and air. It represents luck and spiritual growth. So definitely that spiritual growth over lifetime. Spirit's acknowledging that. A very balance between mind, body, and spirit, masculine and feminine energies, as we were seeing here. And, you know, that could have been really hard for you to achieve. And maybe there's just finally a lesson from past lives that you're really excelling at, that you maybe might not even be aware of. You might have just thought it was an random any day thing or just a small challenge, but Spirit was really proud of how you handled it. This next one here is Jera. Sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong. Please let me know kindly in the comments. We support learning and growth in this channel. And this Jera is the letters Y and J, the elements of earth, success and luck, growth. So there could be some of that coming your way. Again, there is a surprise I feel like that Spirit has for you in the regrowth. I feel like there's potential for like new future potentials for things to be better between you and someone else, or between you and a dream or a hope that you had, or someone that you had hope in. There is potential. There's future potentials. And then the last one is Uruz, the letter U, element earth, that represents creativity and wealth. Wow, okay. So I do feel like the creativity is big, something that can happen with you. This kind of looks like a house too, like half of a house. And with the other one being kind of conversational, again, you could be having really deep conversations with your family members or people who raised you or who were parental authorities to you, or any kind of authority. You could be having a deep conversation with someone. And yeah, I don't know how to really read runes yet, so thank you guys for letting me learn. If this reading resonated with you, please let me know down in the comments. I love to see what's kind of going on with you guys. It gives me chills. So if you really enjoyed the video, give it a like, or you can subscribe to see more of my future videos and actually vote to see what gets posted next. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay. Oh. All right. All right. Hello, collective number 3. This is your video. What is the message from the spirit around you? Spirits, are they higher dimensional? Is there anyone around in the 3D that's kind of reaching out to you? Let's take a look. And if you haven't already, go ahead and check out the description box for all the details on how to get a personalized reading from me and where to find me on other social media. If you do subscribe to the video, thank you very much. Welcome to the Kingdom Collective. And let's be the rulers of our own kingdom here, all right? And you can vote on future videos if you do subscribe. This was actually the #1 voted video, I believe, in the previous poll. So thank you for everyone who voted. Let's get started. Collective number 3, what is the message from the spirits around you? Yo, this is really weird. Okay, so the first card that we have is Kyanite, and it says, making time for self-care, taking care of yourself is essential right now. So ironically enough, I have a black kyanite stone that I really love using for reading, and I really love using for protecting myself from, lower vibrational energies. And when I was preparing myself for this video, when you're reaching out for spirits, like I said, I take precautions. That's why we got this bad boy here. Jab, jab. But I was looking for kyanite because I really felt like having it here for this reading, and I just moved like a couple of weeks ago, as you know if you're here on my channel, and I cannot find this crystal yet. And also, make time for self-care. I literally just bought like several $100s worth on a new skincare routine because it's just that time, But anyways, your guys' message could be along that line. Kyanite is a really good energy that the spirit is putting around you. They're trying to tell you to make more time for your self-care. If you have been doing that, then perfect timing. That's what the next card says. You could have to slow down right now. There could be something that's kind of blocking your energy or your progress. Spirit's saying, use this time to kind of recharge yourself, give back to yourself. It's okay, it's perfect timing. Everything's gonna work out fine. If you're getting a little bit of anxiousness because things are not on the same time schedule that you envisioned them, then chill out, dog. Just chill out. Alright, let's keep going. Messages from the spirit. Yes, they want you to take care of yourself. If you are not, if you're not someone that goes and like gets your nails done or like a facial and stuff like that, then just like invest stuff into your own personal care. You cannot tell me there is not a man out there that does not enjoy, like, if you like to have a beard, who doesn't like beard oils, okay? Like, to make your hair healthy, to really invest in yourself, eat your vitamins, eat healthy food. Like, that's kind of what Spirit's trying to say right now, is that you could really use that rejuvenation. We also have number 48, wash away your burdens. So this is kind of like a face mask, and there could be a lot of stressful energies around you right now. Spirit's just saying you need to detox that shit. You need to kind of, you need to stay home for a weekend, okay? And really just relax and do whatever you love to do that makes you feel rejuvenated, that makes you kind of work through your emotions, whether you're not, you don't have to sit down and just really think about your situation and be very hard and restrictive on yourself in your healing process. Spirit's saying just kind of move through the energy, maybe try a little bit different products or different ways, alternative healings, I don't know. If you are someone who has been working out, if you're someone who does work out, and again, you might be like slowed down or making time for self-care, it could be really stressful for you because maybe you wanted to like really jump the gun and get started back in a routine, and something just was like, nah, especially if you're here in 2020. But yeah, so with the wash away your burdens, Spirit's saying don't be upset, like don't be over emotional about the situation. We also have Warrior Woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? So this could be, you could be afraid to try new things. You could be afraid of trying alternative healing, or you could be afraid of the dentist. Maybe you need to go to the dentist, or you need to go to someone that you're a little bit afraid of, but Spirit's saying don't be over emotional. You can do this. You're strong enough. Also, there's just something about nurturing the feminine right now. I feel like the feminine energies around you really just need a moment. If you identify as a masculine and you're just not really familiar with how to get in touch with this feminine energy, just be gentle with yourself, be loving with yourself. You know, take a time in your cleaning routine or your shower to put some cologne on. I feel like that's always a really, really good way for people who are like, I don't know how to do it. But like, cologne, okay? Washing your face too, everyone should do it. But getting really good sleep as well. Doing something that maybe your mother used to do or your grandmother used to do, or something that they used to cook you or give you to drink, and just stuff that brings you back to those days and those memories when maybe times were much more simpler. This spirit around you could be a mother figure, a grandmother, a mother, or anyone that represent more feminine, caring energies. My grandpa too is the most lovey-dovey man I know, and you know, he really has the feminine energies as well, so take that as it resonates. But this spirit that is around you could really be identifying with those female energies of self-care and self-love, reflection and detox, healing, self-care vibes. Okay, the last card that we have is the Two of Wands, Confrontation. This is supposed to encapsulate the energies of the spirit that is around you. And so the Two of Wands is a little bit combative, I will say, in this deck anyways, as far as confrontation with these oracle cards that we have. But I feel like this has to do with you having to slow down. You could be super infuriated and frustrated with the way that your progress, whether that's emotional or physical, you know, creative process or progress or career progress that you've had or lacked over the last time period, that could be really confronting and harsh for you, and you could be really upset about it and feel like you're kind of at a standstill, or there's not really a way to overcome it and move forward. This spirit is helping you with that standstill. There's kind of like a stalemate energy right now with the Two of Wands that feels like it's confronting, and it feels harsh, and it feels like you can't make any progress. Maybe you feel like you're not making progress. Spirit's trying to show you that in that time of darkness, of stillness, of confrontation, there is a space. It's almost like I'm picturing it as just pure darkness, and I asked why it was dark, and it was along the lines of like soil underground because the sunlight has eventually been blocked out, and there's this space and this darkness for the water to drain down to and for seeds to grow. So I'll be really excited to see where these next two cards go. So we have number 21, the World Tree, talks about changing seasons. And of course, with the change of season comes a drop of leaves, a drop of seed to, you know, again, regrow the next year. There is a form of cycle here, timelines-wise, lifetime-wise, and also over the past year. There is a significance here about a year or a change of season, whatever time you're watching this video. So with that timeline, I feel like you expected things to go a certain way over time, but with the maze here, you just still haven't made your way to the door, to the opening, to the light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe you're still stuck in that maze, and Spirit's saying that it's okay with the Four of Stones protections to just take a seat down, work with your energies before you keep trying to figure out your way from this maze. It's gonna take time. It's not something that you can find the answer to right now, because the energies are just too young. The energies haven't culminated yet for your answer that you're searching for your opportunity that you're searching for. Spirit's just trying to nurture you and be like, hey, you have to wait this out. But for the time being, it's essential that you work with, you know, your own self-health, your own 3D physical body could be needing attention right now and protection from, you know, maybe the change of the seasons. You could be someone that has allergies, or if, you know, there are certain illnesses and stuff that you could be susceptible for. Spirit's saying, spend the weekend in, you know, take time for yourself, however long that might look like, weeks, whatever. Just make sure you're really, really protecting yourself if you are going out. And let's kind of get a further look. Okay. If there is something, a creative endeavor, a career that you've been working on throughout the years, again, not going the straight path that you anticipated, and that dream is kind of being protected right now. I feel like it's something that is still possible for you. The hope is not all lost. And we also have with it the Page of Pentacles, which is someone who is willing to invest their self into a long-term goal or a long-term plan, that's willing to kind of gamble on it. The Page is younger energies. So I feel like with younger Capricorn energies, you're really smart, but there could be there's still hope. There's still hope in whatever hope and dreams that you have. It might have been a risky situation or a risky investment that you made. And I'm getting with the Six of Cups here. It is going to pay off eventually. The Six of Cups talks about coming back to something or coming back to someone that we might have had a past with. The Six of Cups is typically like a Scorpio card again. So like that rebirth, that Phoenix rising. Coming back to the idea that you might have thought was lost or not able to be rekindled, and really getting that future opportunity with the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth, slow moving energies. So this could be by the end of next year. I mean, who's to say? I'm not a psychic. I don't identify as a psychic. The collectives are too big in these videos. But I'm seeing that there are future potentials for your hopes and your dreams to come true, and the spirit around you is trying to tell you that there is perfect timing here at play. And for the time being, you need to slow down, kind of protect yourself and look at where you're at, invest in recharging yourself, be kind and be softer with yourself. Don't try to be too confrontational with yourself or with others right now. A lot of other people around you could be super sensitive as well. So just be careful. This spirit's also saying, for some of you that you could have like had a new space, or maybe you're looking to reorganize or change things around in your home. They're saying do that. That will really help move the energies around. Especially if the way that your intentions with your space could be a very big thing right now. So maybe setting intentions for certain rooms in certain areas in your house to help protect you, or to just really use your creative expression, because I feel like that is something that you need to move through right now. Is that I feel like by doing mundane, everyday kind of stuff, it's gonna help you notice really deep healing. Like you could be doing the dishes, you could be just walking to somewhere, and you're like, you finally have a realization of a certain situation. You could be experiencing stuff like that happening. I can definitely see. And it might be a good time to play it safer right now, but I feel like in the next like 6 months, I feel like that energy is going to kind of flop. You might be just a little bit introverted for the time being. You could be spending more time as a homebody. But in the future, I see that kind of shifting. Or at least you maybe reconnecting with old, or, you know, people from your past. Or allowing someone from your past back in. Using discernment. You're doing all this self-healing and self-care right now. Don't make that all for nothing. With the Two of Fire, the Two of Wands, the confrontation, you could be not giving your energy really into anyone else other than yourself right now, and that might be what's necessary. So let's also see this. I feel like this spirit is coming through as, again, that feminine energies. And with the world tree being over cycles and the Four of Stones, the protection, there again is this motherly cycle kind of energy. And I feel like this could also be someone, for some of you it is going to be someone you've known in this lifetime, but I feel like that's for a very, very small portion, which could be you. But a lot of you too, I feel like you've worked with this soul or this spirit in other past lives. And in this lifetime, there's something significant about them being a different role in this lifetime with you than they have been in the past. I don't know. Yeah, there is like a motherly grandmother feel. For some of you, I'm hearing something about like red lipstick or just like dark lipstick. That's really all I'm getting for you guys. Pile number 3. I only did 3 piles for this short reading. I'm feeling a little bit tired myself. And so if this really resonated with you, please let me know down in the comments. I love to read them and see what's going on with you guys. It gives me chills when you notice connections. So please let me know if you like the video. Give it a like, or you can subscribe to actually vote to see what videos I post next. This one was voted number 1. So go ahead, check out the description box for all personalized readings. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.